Hey y'all, please like, share, and subscribe so that you can get notifications for all of my videos whenever a new one is released. Also, if you want to show support to the channel, you can send me a tip to my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. What I'm going to start doing is switching things up a little bit. I'm still going to have the bet of the day at the end of the video, but I'm also going to include other bets that I will also be taking that day that I like. So, in the past, I would only give one bet, and I might have a parlay at the end of the video. But going forward, I'm going to have at least three or more bets in every video, just to increase the odds of winning. Increase your winning percentage, and do some stuff with parlays. We won last night's parlay with Kyrie and Joe Harris. It was the same game player prop parlay. And, I want to go ahead and explore that a little bit more. All right, so the first bet we're going to get into today will be a player prop. We actually have three player props, and we're going to have two game bets for today. The first one is going to be Brandon Ingram's prop total points, his player prop over total points. Right now in my sports book, I'm not seeing anything listed yet, and I think a lot of that may be due to Zion being diagnosed with a sprained thumb yesterday. So I think they're waiting to see whether or not he plays. Whether or not Zion plays, I still like Brandon Ingram's over for his total points, that prop, because over the last 5 games, Ingram's averaging 24.6. With Zion being injured with that thumb, and as physical as he plays going to the basket, all it takes, if he does play, all it takes is him to, whack somebody, or somebody whacks that thumb, and he could be out for the game. So it just stands to me that, Ingram will get more than enough shots. And if my guess, his total points maybe 24.6 or 24.5, maybe 25, if Zion doesn't play, and Ball is still out too. So Ingram will be the primary offense. The next player prop is Russell Westbrook over 11.5 assists versus Detroit. Now, Westbrook is averaging 13.2 assists over his last 5 games and 10.6 on the season. And anybody who's been, watching the Wizards, even minutely, you'll see that the last month and a half, Westbrook has been on a tear. The man is like a walking triple-double. Bradley Beal is still listed as day-to-day with a bruised hip. And he's still been averaging double-digit assists. So, if Bill is back, I don't know what kind of Bill you get back off of that hip. Last time, they played Detroit, they kept Bill well under his average. But Westbrook was still able to get double digits assists. So with or without Bill, I like Russell Westbrook over 11.5 assists. All right. The next bet we're going to go to is going to be the first game bet. Miami versus Golden State under 219 points for the game. Miami games have not gone over a total of 200 points over the last 2 games. And the average game totals for their last 3, which have all been on the road, has been 193 points. They're playing Golden State. Golden State is up and down. Golden State offensively, they play better at home. Against a good defensive Miami team. Miami is actually currently ranked number 3 in opponent points allowed. At home, Trevor Ariza, he got traded right before the deadline. He's been with Miami in the starting lineup, and they've been tightened up on the defense. So I like this bet to go under 219 points. Now I have an upset. I'm gonna try to do this every day, especially with the NBA. This game I like a lot for there to be an upset. The Detroit Pistons to beat the Wizards, right? Right now, and this is something I consistently have been saying in all my other videos about the Wizards. The Wizards play better at home, especially the role players. Right now, they got a lot of injuries. Neto might not be playing. Bertans is out. You got Bradley Beal, who's may or may not play, who knows? And Detroit is a underrated defensive team. They play pretty good defense. The last time they played Washington, at the first game of that 3-game regular season meeting, they held Washington to only 106 in Washington, which I think is a big win considering that Washington plays better at home. So I like this to be the upset of the day, the Detroit Pistons to beat the Wizards. Now, on to the bet of the day. This is where I'm going to put my biggest wager today. And that's going to be on a prop bet for Kyrie Irving over points versus the Charlotte Hornets. Now, for this particular game, they have not posted the prop bets as I haven't seen any prop bets for the Nets yet. And I think a lot of that has to do with they don't know whether or not James Harden is going to play. Harden did leave the game yesterday with an injury. So I'm assuming later in the day, once that injury, is addressed and, the injury reports are updated, they'll be able to post, Kyrie's prop for total points. Regardless of whether or not Harden plays or doesn't play, I still like Kyrie's over points in that game, for a couple of reasons. One, if Harden doesn't play, he's going to have the ball more. They're going to need him to score more. He's averaging 32.6 over his last 5 games. Charlotte has actually allowed 2 of the 3 starting shooting guards to go over their player props over the last 3 games. And the only guard that didn't was Jerome Robinson of Washington Wizards, who filled in on Monday for Bradley Beal, who was injured. And Jerome Robinson, he didn't even have a player prop. And if I'm not mistaken, he scored like 12 or 13 points. So I'm pretty sure that if they did give him a line, it would have probably been like 10 or 11. So he probably would have went over that anyway. Now, that is my bet of the day. Now, if you wanted to parlay it with a same game prop, maybe look into Joe Harris, whatever his over points will be. Like I said, yesterday, him and Irving both went over their total points. And if Harden isn't playing, it's pretty safe bet to say that Harris will have the opportunities to be the second leading scorer for the Nets tonight. Well, thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Happy betting, good luck, and most importantly, remember, never bet more than you can afford to lose, and I'll see you tomorrow.